Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Washington Commanders. On the visitors' sideline, Pete Carroll, the coach of the Raiders. His team making the long flight, always difficult to play the 1 o'clock Eastern game when a West Coast team feels like it's 10 a.m. on their body clock. On the other side, Commanders head coach Dan Quinn. His team fell on the road last week trying to turn things around in front of the home folks here. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go from Northwest Stadium. Good return as he takes it across the 30. So here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jayden Daniels out of LSU.
Well, the nice thing about the NFL, Mike, is there's always next week. If you're coming off a good game, you got to put it to bed and come back and play well again. But in this case, things could not have gone much worse for this guy last week in that performance. So this game couldn't come fast enough. He said he had a great week of practice. He was able to put that behind him mentally and physically, and they're going to need him to play a lot better if they're going to come away today with a win.
After a gain of 5 on first down, it is 2nd and 5. Now Daniels. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Eckler. And the drive will stay alive. He's got the first down up to the 44.
An early test here for that offensive line, and they come through. They're going to have to continue to find space in the ground game for their running backs to continue to move the chain. So, nice job there. Give them a lot of credit. Now the question is, what is the adjustment on the defensive side of the ball in the next 3rd down situation?
They're going to work this down inside the 45. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Raiders' 36-yard line.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 20. Good for a Commanders first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Now Daniels is going to give this forward to the receiver. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9.
It's Eckler from the pistol. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
At the 9-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He pulls it in around the 5. And he goes out of bounds at the 3. And from there, it's going to be 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away
To the goal line and in. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Commanders. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
Well, we had a feeling, Mike, from talking to them this week in our meetings that they wanted to put last week behind them as quickly as possible. They could not wait for this ball to be kicked off here today, and it couldn't have gone better. They take the opening possession, they go right down the field and come away with a touchdown, and I'm not sure how many people on that sideline can even remember the score from last weekend.
The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
To kick off for Washington.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. So, the Raiders come out, and, Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black.
It's fair to say this season hasn't gotten off to the type of start they likely envisioned for themselves, but it's still early. A win here, it could go a long way towards changing the trajectory of this entire season. But what's going to make this even more difficult today, not only the worthy opponent that they face, but having to go on the road and do it here in a hostile environment. If he is able to lead his team to a win today, I think that gives them the spark to turn this season around.
Throwing on 2nd down, Smith. That's left side to Tucker. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Frankie Louvu getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Run right up the gut from Genty. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Frankie Louvu there to make the play defensively.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Geno. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Throwing now. Daniels. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From 29, here's second down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Roberts there on the tackle. 1 yard gain brings up second and
From the 38 now, here's second down and 9. Here's Daniels. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's third and 2. To throw is Daniels. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he will score. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Washington.
So you look back a week ago, Mike, in that tough loss, and you can already see this is a much different group. There's a different focus, there's a different clarity, there's a different operation in and out of the huddle. They look sharp, motivated, and 2 drives later, they've got 2 touchdowns, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Gay to add the PAT. He's got it. The Commanders move out on top, 14-0.
Commanders 14, Raiders nothing. A kickoff for Washington.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. On the return is Dylan Loudby. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They're in an early hole, 14-0. They'll start digging out soon. Begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Preston Smith there to bring him down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses.
Oh, big hole, left side. And he will go all the way. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Vegas. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
This makes the score. Commanders 14, Raiders 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, Noah Igbenogany. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run to begin the drive with Eckler. And finally, Finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Off the bootleg. Here's Daniels. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and
10.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. Third down, 3 to go.
Third and 3.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Commanders with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter. They begin with a third down and 3. They'll throw and they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. The veteran, Landon Roberts. He's in to drop him for a sack, and that will bring up fourth down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
On fourth down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Trestway to punt. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Raiders offense and Ashton Genty heading back out onto the field here. And before this drive gets going, why don't we take a look at some of the leading contenders in the race to see who might take home the award as the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
From the 21, here's second and 9. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Short throw that's pulled in by Mayer. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And you talk about a guy who's been running with a purpose here in the first half, Mike. I mean, not only hitting the holes and accelerating through them, but as the numbers telling you, he might be on his way to a big, big ball game.
2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's first and 10. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Raider first down. Working out of the gun, Smith. We'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard
From the
line.
shotgun, Smith. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And he will get into the end zone. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Carlson now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Raiders will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Eckler. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. And a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. He's going to tuck it and go.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. A Pro Bowler 4 years running, that is Max Crosby. What a first month he is putting together. That's his 4th sack already.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. That's taken in, and a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark. Here's Tress Way now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return.
18-yard line.
The Raiders offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. Hey, Greg, no one better than you to talk about the rookie crop of tight ends, especially at the top. A couple of guys who have Midwest ties, played in the Big Ten, now find themselves in the Midwest, especially Colston Loveland, who's a Chicago Bear tight end.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Mike, when I watch Loveland play, when you look back and watch his tape from Michigan, there's 2 guys
into space. Still on the move. Inside, and he will dive into the end zone. 82 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. The kick is good, and the Raiders have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Austin Eckler and the rest of the Commanders' offense back out onto the field. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule and the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember where a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line, because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video games. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more, and it adds to the excitement of the NFL in 2025. Here's a run with Eckler. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Washington.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Max Crosby working his way in to earn his 2nd sack of this first half.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
3rd and 19.
Daniels now going to look to throw. He gets this one to Samuel. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Washington. Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. The Raiders offense and Ashton Jeanty Heading back out onto the field here. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on 1st down.
And his great first half on the ground continues, and this is one of those guys that when he gets in the groove, it seems like it's an 8-yard run, a 10-yard run, and all of a sudden a 15-yard chunk play, one after another.
That's caught left side by Bowers. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of 11.
11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, Vegas.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
That's caught by Bowers. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Here's Genty. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. First and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. Smith now to throw on 1st down. To the left side, into the hands of Beck. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 33.
A huge play just before the half. 33 yards.
1st and 10.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
On 1st down is Smith. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal. Now the Raiders are going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this 1st half. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. Now, Geno. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Geno. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Raiders offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Genty. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Geno to throw. Finding his tight end, Mayer. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 7.
To throw, Smith. Wide open, there is Bowers. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st down. A gain of 9 yards. And a Las Vegas 1st down.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
Man in motion here is Tucker. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Little quick pass to the receiver heading right. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Raider 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Raiders.
They'll run with Genty. He did a nice job there, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry, and anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
He's got the tight end, Mayer. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And I think he was able to get it back. Yes, he was. That was so nearly the turnover the defense needed. They couldn't get it in time. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, on comes Daniel Carlson for the Raiders field goal. This will be a 48-yard attempt. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders going to extend their lead. It's now 24-14.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Austin Eckler and the rest of the Commanders' offense back out onto the field. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. They run this straight ahead with Eckler. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Tyree Wilton, former 7th overall pick. They're on the tackle.
Brings up second
down, 8 yards to go.
32-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. And this will be incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it'll be 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the handoff, this is Eckler. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Roberts there on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He's going to run it, and they'll take this down inside the 35. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
There he goes again. And he's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard.
Out of the gun, they give it to Eckler. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession.
And he will score! Deebo Samuel, touchdown Commanders. His 4th TD grab of the season. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Now Gay for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Commanders cut the lead to 3, 24-21.
Commanders 21.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Mostert now to return. Whoa! Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense and Ashton Jeanty heading back out onto the field here. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jeanty. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. And he continues to rack up the yardage on the ground, and that last run puts him over 200 rushing yards in this game. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Smith to the left side. It is caught by Myers. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They get 12 yards on that pass. 1st down, Vegas.
1st down, Raiders.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. That's left side to Tucker. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. It's a first carry for the veteran Raheem Mostert. Inside the 25. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Commanders' 17-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 39 yards.
39-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Las Vegas.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. In motion is Myers. Now a little pop pass. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
2nd and 11. Run out of the gun for Jeanty. And he's into the end zone yet again. Ashton Jeanty. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Carlson now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Raiders will extend this third quarter lead.
Commanders 21.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
To the right side, this is Eckler, and he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll throw with Daniels. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
The Commanders set to kick this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. A look at the Raiders head man, Pete Carroll. His offense gets set to take over once more. And after a slow start to the year, they put it together so far in this one. Trying to avoid the 0-3 start and looking good to do that right now. They'll start on the ground with Genty. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Commanders' 31-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They go play action with Smith. He'll get this off to Genty. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From 29, here's second down and 7. From the shotgun, Smith looking middle, and he's got Myers. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this.
And he's in. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Vegas. These scores have to be a relief to this team, Greg. Looking at going 0-3 instead, a fourth quarter lead, and it looks like win number 1 is on the way.
Absolutely, and at this stage of the season, still being early, this is about as close to a must-win as it gets. Historically, teams that avoid 0-3 starts by getting back to 1-2, the likelihood of them being in that playoff picture is drastically different. So, big win today when they needed it the most.
Commanders 21.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Returning is Igbenogany. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. He gets this one to Samuel. It's complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Commanders first down.
Eckler now on 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Daniels.
The 42-yard line.
That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 1st down, Daniels moving to his right, escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards that time for number 17.
At the 14-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll run the sneak, and he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jayden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Commanders are able to cut the deficit to 10. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Laube now to return it. Ooh! He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. A look at the Raiders head man, Pete Carroll. His offense gets set to take over once more. And they look to finish it off here in the 4th. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he's able to fight through one tackle here, pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
28-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Man in motion here is Tucker. They'll go again with Genty. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. It's 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Geno. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Here's Lane. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. That one intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
The Raiders offense and Ashton Jeanty heading back out onto the field here. They are in control of this one, trying to finish it off and snap that 2-game losing streak. Jeanty going to get it on the zone read, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Geno. On the run to the right. He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. To throw, here's Smith. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Johnny Newton in there to bring him down. And that's his 1st sack of the year.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to 4th and goal. On now, it's Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Returning is Igbenogany. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Commanders offense ready for this next possession. We try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Oh, a loose football. One of the Raiders has got it. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are, and I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again, and they'll have a chance to put this one to bed. They begin 1st and goal. Man in motion here is Tucker. Genty will cross the line. He is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Smith leading them to the line as they get set to go for 2. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Now Carlson to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Returning is Igbenogany. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once more. Things not looking good, but see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Here's Daniels. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
On play action, Daniels. Right side, pulled in by Samuel. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Oh, an ill-advised throw there. It's an interception. Picked off by Elandon Roberts.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
The Raiders offense getting set to get back to work. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Grego. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Fox Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League. For NFL news and highlights, go to NFL.com.